We are live with the new Guilty Gear Strive update. I have played a little bit with all of my mains, Anji, Ino, and Testament, and so far Testament seems like they have the most awesome new stuff from this patch. They only really got two main changes, and that was the change to being able to do Grave Reaper back to back, and just like do some crazy spamming like this, but also the change to giving 2H a vacuum, and this actually has quite a few more repercussions than I thought it would have. So a pretty common thing with Testament is to like get 2S into 2H. And now when you get that, you actually have a lot of really good options to go for pressure. So sometimes when you would go for it, it would be like after a situation like this, because then it links in between the two of them. But even so, a lot of the time you go slashes into H. And now that 2H has this kind of vacuum effect, there's a lot of cool pressure options you can go for now. The first of which is pretty obvious. Let me make him stop mashing for now. But the first of which is just to do a heavy Grave Reaper with a slight bit of delay. So then you can dash up, get a 2K 2D, or if you're cheeky, you can go for a throw. So this is going to be pretty plus, and there's no gap here. And because you hold it down just a tiny bit, it's probably going to be around +5. It's usually +2. The little bit of a hold probably gives it a few more plus frames. So this is really good. It makes the opponent super have to hold it, and these are real plus frames that you can enforce. So if Kai is trying to mash a button that would reach from this distance, it's probably crouching slash. Yeah, so in a situation like this, if Kai was trying to contest me, he would press crouching slash, and he just can't. My 5K easily beats it out, and any button that reaches this kind of distance will be certainly beaten by Testament's 5K thanks to the plus frames. So you can go for some juicy Testament combos like this. I'm sure there's more optimal stuff you can do, but as you can see, you can do a lot of damage very easily. And blue RC combos are always, always lovely to see. And in this situation against Kai specifically, you can actually go for more committal options like your own 2S because of the plus frames, but this will vary from character to character. Some characters like Mei might have 2S's that are fast enough to beat yours out in this situation. But Testament here can beat out Kai's, and you can get something like this. So that is super, super strong. It is a really awesome way of enforcing your plus frames. And yeah, so you can stop them mashing after your Grave Reaper because of the plus frames. And if you're trying to hold down the Grave Reaper, they can mash you out, especially with faster buttons or with a throw or something. But of course, because Grave Reaper is a held thing, you can just hold it for slightly longer to make it a frame trap. So if they're trying to press their 2P or something like he was there, he will just get absolutely smoked. And you can go for some classic Testament combos. Just because they tried to mash on you. So that is super, super strong. They can't mash anywhere in this sequence. And if you are trying to catch buttons and they're trying to mash a throw, that's a dust. I don't recommend, if you're point blank, trying to like time your Grave Reaper correctly, because it can be a little tricky to get the right timing for the throw, because obviously they are so quick. But it is possible. But I don't recommend going for it. It's too risky. I would recommend just doing like the full block string and then forcing your plus frames afterwards. Like that. Come on, surely I can do this. Maybe I cannot. There we go. But if you are at a further distance, you're not right in front of the opponent's face, you will have no threat of throws at all because you're just not close enough for it. So that's super, super easy. But if you do want to be really kind of rudely call out throws and be super call them out for doing it, you can actually use your teleport, and that'll make the throw whiff, and you can get some juicy, juicy Testament damage. Oops, oh no, not if you drop it. Oh, this should combo, please be fast enough. Cool. So yeah, big damage if you make them whiff a throw, and this teleport will actually make fast buttons whiff as well, so like 2Ps, things with not too many active frames, will also get beaten by the teleport. As you can see there, I don't think you really get a punish from it. No, you can't even get a throw. But this is even better if you have a succubus on the screen, because if you try to go for the teleport, there's a good chance that you'll teleport behind the opponent. So their buttons, if they try to mash, will completely whiff, and if they do something slightly more committal than a 2P, maybe a 2K or even a 2S or something, it'll go the wrong way and you'll get a full punish or just a throw. So that is a super, super strong option, especially when you're considering the fact that they're probably just waiting for you to do stuff like this and holding the plus frames, and then you go for a teleport behind them and just grab them or do something. It's really cool and really, really scary for them. So yeah, 2H Vacuum is super, super awesome as a pressure tool. Using Grave Reaper together with it, you can enforce your plus frames, and you can also frame trap people trying to mash. And if they're trying to mash, you can also go for some sneaky teleport stuff to beat out throws and quick buttons, or you can teleport behind them if you have a succubus, which I think is so fun. And this isn't a combo video, but it does also affect some of your combos. So sometimes if Testim is trying to cash out on long pokes, you'll have to get an RC. But now you can actually throw this, and because it sucks the opponent inwards, you can actually get a close slash afterwards, and it lets you go for combos like this pretty damn easily. See, I could just easily do that first try, and it did over half of the opponent's life. So that is really, really good way of Testament cashing out on their far pokes. So this change to 2S, although it didn't sound like it would change too much, it does a lot. It makes 2H a crazy pressure tool, and also just even more useful as a combo tool. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you go out and play some Testament and enjoy playing them. Hope you learned something. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.